welcome to this short walkthrough. I'm going to demonstrate how I set up an end-to-end observability stack for a simple fast API application using Docker. The stack consists of 5 key tools: Prometheus for collecting metrics, Loki for aggregating logs, Tempo for collecting traces, and Grafana to visualize all of this data in one place. And finally, I use Docker and Docker Compose to easily manage all of these services. Now, let's look at the project structure. The heart of this stack is docker compose.yml file, which defines and links all of our services together. We have a service for our fast API application uh, right here. We have the Prometheus service, the Promptail, Tempo, Loki, and finally the Grafana service. Inside the fast API app directory, our main.py file is our sample application. It's instrumented with open telemetry to automatically send metrics and traces to our backend services. We also have a traffic simulator.py script that we'll use to generate some activity. Finally, we have the configuration for each of the services, the from like this prometheus.yml file, the promptailconfig.yml file, the tempo.yml file, which tell each component to where to find the data it needs to monitor. Now let's open our terminal to actually run the commands. Okay, and in here, the first step is to bring all of our services online. Thanks to this Docker Compose, we can do this with a single command. Now I'm in my project's root directory. I'll now type Docker Compose minus build minus D, and I'll run it. Oh, I have typed the wrong command. It should be up. And this command tells Docker to build our application's image and start all the services in the background. As you can see, it's now running. Now let's go to another terminal. Now that our services are running, we need to generate some activity in our application so that our monitoring tool have data to collect. In the second terminal, I'll run our traffic simulator script with this command Python traffic simulator.py, and I'll run this. Now the script is now sending continuous requests to our fast API service. So we can see status messages confirming the requests are being processed successfully. Now we can head over to Grafana to see the data. Let me open my web browser and let me type in here local because I've already opened this so many times. So yeah. Now this is where it asks for credentials, and I'll type the credentials. And I'll sign in. Now, as you can see, I have navigated to my Grafana dashboard. It's automatically configured to connect to Prometheus, Loki, and Tempo services right in here. First, let's look at the metrics. I'll select Prometheus as my data source. Here I can type in the from QL this query, fast API. I've already run this query, so it's showing me this. Now let's look at another request, namely request duration sum. It is showing me another graph. Now this graph, these two graph actually show the total number of requests our application has received over time. We can clearly see the traffic being generated by our script here. Next, let's check out our logs. I'll switch data source to Loki here. Loki is configured to collect all the container logs by entering the query here. We can see all the logs from our service logs here. Now, we can also see here the info messages from our application confirming each request was processed successfully. This is incredibly useful for debugging issues in production. You can see each info messages here. It says OK, 200 OK, which means it is actually running properly. Finally, let's look at our traces. I'll switch the data source to Tempo. The trace show us the journey of a single request through our application. So I'll just wait here. Unfortunately, in my case, maybe it's some kind of system error, or I don't know, maybe the code error, but the traces are not collecting in here. I've tried so many ways, and I apologize that it's not running properly, but I cannot get the result for traces. I sincerely apologize for that. So there you have it. By using these open source tools, we have gone from a simple application to a fully observable service. We have used Prometheus for our metrics, Loki for our logs, and unfortunately the traces should have been appeared here, but it's not running properly. It's my fault. And all of those three are unified in a single dashboard with Grafana. This complete view is essential for understanding the health and performance of any modern application. Thank you for watching. I hope this demonstration was helpful.